We begin this morning with the changing story from Saudi Arabia over the death of Washington Post contributing columnist Jamal Khashoggi. The government now says he died in a fist fight in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey.
The announcement came more than 2 weeks after Khashoggi entered the consulate and was never seen again. President Trump described the Saudi announcement as, quote, a good first step.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders says the U.S. will closely follow the investigations into Khashoggi's death. Holly Williams is in Istanbul with the latest. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. It's been 18 days since Jamal Khashoggi walked into the Saudi Arabian consulate just behind me and then disappeared. Since then, Saudi Arabia has denied angrily that it abducted, harmed or killed Khashoggi, calling those allegations baseless and lies. Now, suddenly, the country is admitting that Khashoggi did die inside that building. But the Saudi version of events leaves many questions unanswered and many people unconvinced.
In the middle of the night, local time, Saudi Arabia finally admitted that Jamal Khashoggi had died inside the Saudi consulate, in the words of an official statement, after getting into a fight and a quarrel that led to his death. The kingdom expresses its deep regret, it went on. 18 Saudi nationals have been arrested by their government and several officials have been fired, including the former deputy head of intelligence, thought to have been close to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
Saudi Arabia's explanation has left many people deeply sceptical. Khashoggi was a veteran journalist and outspoken critic of the Saudi government, and he apparently entered the consulate here to get paperwork he needed to marry his Turkish fiancée.
He'd been living in exile in the US since last year over fears for his safety. But the Saudi explanation was a good first step, proclaimed President Trump, and once again argued against cancelling lucrative US military contracts with Saudi Arabia.
But I would prefer that we don't use as retribution cancelling $110 billion worth of work, which means 600,000 jobs.
Turkish officials, speaking anonymously, have told journalists they believe Khashoggi was tortured, murdered and dismembered inside the consulate by a 15-man Saudi team that left Turkey soon afterwards. Several of them reportedly had links to the Crown Prince, including one who apparently accompanied the prince to the US this year. The prince, in what some will see as an irony, has now been put in charge of a committee to reform the country's intelligence agency.
There's still no word from the Saudis on what they did with Jamal Khashoggi's body. Michelle.
Holly Williams in Istanbul. Good question. Thank you.